happen to AI, and everybody's going to realise if we don't implement this, we're going to get left behind. Because now I can actually speak to them and then just be the liaison between them and the people who... So it's basically arbitrage.
Glastonbury has a lot of lack mentality.
Absolutely.
And they almost see money as a bad thing.
Yes.
Rather than just energy.
Success is not about desirability, which a lot of people think it is.
Funny Universe Podcast. Funny and tragic stories and their spiritual life lessons.
Because I think at the moment, a lot of the Fortune 500 companies have got the budgets and the departments to implement AI, but the small to medium-sized businesses do not, because they're so busy doing their business, and they're not going to spend money on creating a whole in-house team. But at a certain point, much like when everybody realised they had to have a website or they had to have social media, it's going to happen to AI, and everybody's going to realise if we don't implement this, we're going to get left behind, because our competitors are going to be 10xing, 20xing their productivity.
Yeah, they say that. Your job isn't going to be taken over by AI. It's actually the people that know how to leverage AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they also said that we as humans can't ever keep up with AI, to the point where we have these updates that are regular. It could be monthly, yearly, monthly, weekly, to the point where it's going to be updated every few minutes, every second. Our minuscule human brain will not be able to keep up with the speed of AI eventually in the future. But having a basic fundamental background to it, we can leverage them to do our bidding.
What I'm noticing is that there's, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a lot of AI generated content on YouTube currently, for example. And someone like myself, I can just recognise it instantly. I just switch off from it. I don't really want to listen to an AI. It's definitely not entertaining me. Education, maybe. So what I see is that there's going to be this kind of massive and it's already happening with YouTube, by the way. They just said they're not monetizing AI content.
Oh, okay.
So what's going to happen is there's going to be so much content being created, but not enough eyeballs.
Okay.
And people are going to seek out authenticity. So, now what I'm doing is I'm networking with a lot of developers around the world. I just hired a guy in India the other day. And what I'm doing is I'm building up a network of these techie people who are mostly not marketers. They're not into sales, they're not into marketing, they're into being behind a computer. So my strategy really is to become an intermediary between the clients, because my background is in sales and marketing, and the tech nerds. Now the clients, because they haven't spent time learning AI, they probably are not able to speak the language to the developers.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
yeah.
Much like if you were to get your car fixed,
Yeah.
you don't know anything about engineering, so you've got to trust the mechanic. Yeah. So it's just kind of similar with developers. You've got to be really careful, because they could say, yeah, blah blah blah, this needs doing, but really they're just milking you for money. So because I understand how it works now, I can actually speak to them and then just be the liaison between them and the people who... So it's basically arbitrage.
Arbitrage, yeah.
So I'm going to get the clients. My focus is on outreach now, and I'm on LinkedIn most of the time, and doing cold email and stuff like that. Okay. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to audit companies, look at what they're doing with software and their workflows, and suggest what they could do instead. So there's a lot of kind of, especially in Glastonbury, I've noticed people bashing people who are wealthy, and I just don't really see it that way.
Do you know what? You're right about that. Glastonbury has a lot of lack mentality.
Absolutely.
And they almost see money as a bad thing.
Yes.
Rather than just energy exchange.
Yes.
And because of the lack mindset and kind of not wanting to be capitalist, because their goal is happy, but they don't think that altruism, because actually giving your money away and then giving a service is exchanging energy and is altruism in a lot of ways. But they think that a lot of people expect charity, I find, or they live in the past, where they feel like, you know, I'm meditating, I'm trying to do as much as possible, I'm trying to be artistic and creative, but because they've got that brain of creativity, artistic, they don't know how to marry that with the practical logistics and put it together. Not everyone has two sides of the brain working together.
That's right.
And so they see it as evil because they don't know how, they've never succeeded in it or had good examples of success in it, or they just don't have that want. Because if you want something bad enough,
You'll do it.
totally.
Yeah,
Like anything. If someone was to say, you know what, your entire family's going to die in a year's time if you don't do this, you're totally going to find a way to do it.
Of course you are.
The why needs to be big enough.
Absolutely.
And I find that people prefer to just be in this static stasis where they want something different, but they're not willing to do anything different. So it's if you want wealth, but you see it as evil, you're not going to get it.
You're not going to get it. You're not going to want to become one of these evil people. And it's just hello.
Well, there's an evil. It's just an energy.
Well, that's the perception, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I just, it's like if you want things in your life to change, you've got to change things in your life.
Yeah.
And most people aren't willing. That is success is not about desirability, which a lot of people think it is.
Visit Glastonbury, the heart chakra of the world, where you can be your authentic self at healthfreedom.uk.